Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Mashinsky, your visual art teacher. I hope you're all healthy and having fun and being creative. Today, I have a lesson for you, an art lesson, where we are going to be making a 3D paper sculpture. So let me just take my device and flip it so that you can see what's going on here. So it says 3D paper sculpture. 3D, you probably know, means three-dimensional. That means that we are working with something flat to start with and turning it into something that pops up. We will be using paper to make this, and that sculpture is going to be something beautiful that you can turn around and appreciate from different views. To get started here, what we're going to do is start with a piece of cardboard, but you could use a sheet of paper. This is our base, and we're going to be using scraps of paper. Any kind of paper you have around. I happen to have some different long rectangles and other shorter rectangle shapes and even squares. In this case, I'm using part of a brown paper bag. Besides that, you will need some tape and a scissors for this project. So go ahead and gather those materials, and we are going to begin our paper sculpture. Okay. So to start with, I'm going to take this piece of paper here and I'm going to roll it a little bit so it looks like a cylinder. And I'm going to put a piece of tape right here. When I get done doing that, it's going to look like this. One piece of paper should hold it, and it's kind of a tube or cylinder. I want to connect it to my base. So I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to put one piece right here to connect. And I'm going to put another piece right here to connect. Okay, so you can place it anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be in the middle, as you can see how mine is. So with another piece of paper, a long skinny piece. Remember, it's flat right now. To make it 3D, we're going to be folding and in some cases cutting and taping our paper so it stands up. That's what makes it 3D. All right, I'm going to take one end of my paper and I'm going to fold it back and forth like a paper fan. Some of you probably know what that is. And this is what my paper looks like now. If I turn it on its side, it looks like a zigzag line. I'm going to take a piece of tape, and what I want to do is figure out where to put it. I'm going to connect my piece of paper to my tube, and I'm going to tape it down to the bottom of my base. Okay, so now it's connected, but it's in 3D. All right, you are also looking at it straight down, but I will show you also what it looks like from the side as we get a little bit more done here. All right, now I've got a smaller piece of paper. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to be making some cuts all the way along this side. And when I get done, it's going to look something like this. Okay, sometimes we call this fringe. And I want to tape this somewhere on my sculpture so that it looks interesting. Oh, maybe it could look like grass if I taped it like this. I'm going to tape one corner and maybe I'll tape another corner right here. And then I'm just bending and folding that paper so that it stands up. Okay. So you can see it a little, maybe that way's a little better. See how it's standing up? All right. Now I want to show you yet another way that you can create some interesting shapes that pop up for your sculpture. So I'm going to take my scissors, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to even trace a spiral line so I can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. I'm going to cut that shape out, and when I get done, here's what it looks like. Oh, kind of cool, huh? And because I was able to cut an actual shape, not just a line, I have this inside piece. I'm going to use both of these. You don't need to tape everything. If you can figure out interesting ways to just make your pieces of paper connect, I'm just going to hook that around, and maybe I'll just hook my other piece around as well. So take a look. All right, it's starting to shape up here with different ways of cutting your paper and folding and taping. All right, this was my piece of paper bag, folded in half, and you're going to be cutting on the fold. This is the open part. See what happens when you cut on the fold. Here's what mine looked like. Okay, I folded the paper, and then I took my scissors and I cut a triangle here and here. This is the folded side. When I open it up, now I've got two kind of cool looking diamond shapes, but it stands up, which is what we are looking for, and maybe I'll put it back there. All right, I want to show you just a couple more things. Another square piece of paper. So what I'm going to do with my paper is I'm going to make one cut. Look what I'm doing. Okay, cutting right to the center of my paper. And then I'm going to take the paper and fold it. I'm going to hold that, and I'm going to put one piece of tape right here to hold it in place. So it is very 3D. What I could do then, if I wanted to, I could use it like this, but if I want to get fancy, what I can do is cut those corners off and make it look a little rounder, like a cone. Ooh, can you see what I'm doing? There we go. Okay, so I want to get these scraps out, put my scissors down, and look, I've made a kind of cone. I'm going to set this right on top. I would secure it, but I just want you to see how that's looking. Okay. Yep, if things fall over, you'll just have to figure out how you can connect them. All right, one more thing I'm going to show you quickly. This is super easy. I've got a long strip of paper. I'm just going to take it and make one, not even a fold. I just brought the two ends together. This is still kind of curvy. I'm going to take one piece of tape. So this is something that everybody can do. You don't need to do all of these techniques. Use the ones that you think are the most fun or that you are going to have the most success with. So this shape kind of looks like a raindrop in a way. I'm looking at where I could maybe include this. I'm just going to tuck it in here for right now. So, boys and girls, here is my 3D sculpture. And what you can do after you create yours is make sure you turn it all the way around so you can really take a look at how interesting it looks from all different sides. And if you'd like to, what you can also do is draw a picture of your 3D sculpture. That will be a great challenge for some of you. All right, so boys and girls, I hope you have fun with this 3D paper sculpture. Until next time, bye-bye.